Hey guys, here's a theory, and I can't take credit for this. This was actually mentioned, I can't remember by who, I just remember I didn't come up with this myself. I think it was either in a super chat, or it was in a comment, or Josh came up with it on Nerd Theory. I can't remember for the life of me, and I wish I could because I'd love to give credit to the person who did think of this, but it wasn't me. So, with that, I think something is pretty interesting about this theory. Now, what's the theory, you ask? Well, remember how Kylo Ren was a Force dyad, or a dyad in the Force with Rey? They could interchange objects throughout the galaxy, they could speak to one another, they could Force FaceTime, they could touch one another through the Force no matter where they were, hear and see things around each other, you get the point. So this kind of means that they were each other's other half, like a soulmate, sort of. And not in a romantic sense, even though that's what they ended up doing, but in a sense where they were just two halves of each other. Now, in the sequel trilogy, Kylo Ren was one of the coolest characters. Well, he was the coolest character, in my opinion. And in my list of top 5 Star Wars characters of all time, Kylo Ren is one of the top 5. In the sequels, he always had a struggle to fully commit to the dark side. Unlike Anakin, he always felt a pull to the light, whereas Anakin was in the light, but he always felt a pull to the darkness. Now, the theory was, what if Kylo couldn't commit to the dark side as he so wanted to, as he died to, and went through every single mean in order to, including killing Han Solo, his father, to plunge himself deeper into the darkness that he had so many issues with, or committing to? What if the reason for his pull to the light was because Rey was alive? Was because Rey was his other half? And what if Rey's pull to the darkness was because of Kylo? Perhaps this is something that everyone always figured out, but this was something that was mentioned in a comment or on Nerd Theory or something. And it made me really realize that, hey, maybe their whole issue wasn't that they were so conflicted, maybe they were so pure in their emotions and their intentions, but they were just messed up like a frequency being played with because of exterior pollution by their dyad in the Force. And this in turn would have caused them to be so conflicted and have so many issues and so many problems that they wouldn't be able to fully commit to the side of the Force that they really chose. Now, we also see this in The Force Awakens when Rey is fighting Kylo Ren, with her lightsaber and his lightsaber reflecting on equal sides of her face, red and blue, flickering, darkness and light. Now with Kylo, Palpatine in the Secrets of the Sith book, which is canon, mentioned that his lightsaber crystal was cracked, meaning when he was going to make it bleed, something happened that either he poured too much rage into it or he wasn't fully committed to the dark side itself, and because of this perhaps undulating loyalty to one side versus the other, it caused the crystal to be confused and crack. So it makes me wonder, what if Rey had died? Would Ben die? What if Ben died? Would Rey die? Until the very end, where Kylo actually transfers his entire dyad, his entire essence, into Rey, and they become one person. Could it be that Ben is living within Rey, that he's still alive, that his consciousness and his soul is within her, and his mortal body died? Could it be that maybe she needs to learn essence transfer to transfer that portion of Ben into another body, and thus fulfilling exactly what Palpatine wanted by transferring an essence, but it just isn't his, but sort of is his because it's in Rey, which is the daughter of himself, his clone self, all by just not having Force powers. So the whole thing made me think, the comment or whoever sent me this, I'm sorry I don't remember your name, I don't remember who sent me this because I get stuff commented all the time, and it's just kind of hard to keep track, but it was really interesting. It was interesting enough for me to actually remember this one and be like, holy crap, that actually is really cool. So anyways, I want to know what you guys think about this theory. Let me know if this is something that was totally obvious, or if I just realized it now that maybe Ben was confused because Rey was alive, and Rey was confused because Ben was alive, and there was this weird connection in the Force, randomly. Now, of course, I know when The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi were created, there was no such thing as a dyad in the Force, but hey, let's just keep it within the story and assume that this is all how it was supposed to be in the sequels. But it did make me think, so let me know what you think about this yourself, and thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the theory, and I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you, always.